Hey guys, it's me Eva. Super excited today because I've got Must Wolf joining me on the Voice Radio and TV. Thank you so much for your time.
No worries. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Blessed.
Must Wolf, how did you come up with that?
For me, it was like I was putting on like a lot of fake smiles, I guess. I wasn't like who I was. I acted like I was all okay, but it wasn't. And then when I got to the studio, when I started doing music, like the real me came out, the wolf came out, the transformation kind of begun. So that's how I came up with Masked Wolf. It was kind of like the mask came off and the beast came out.
I love that. Thank you for sharing.
No worries.
I have a lot of questions to ask you, but of course I want to start with talking about Astronaut in the Ocean, your latest hit, which just rocketed globally and took you to top of charts and radio rotations and everything. How do you feel?
Surprised a bit. Like I didn't expect the moment. You know what I mean? When I made the song, I always say like I never expected it to be a global hit. I just thought it was a very good song. So the fact that it's like, you know, a top 5 song in the world is like very much a shock to me as it is to, you know, some others, but it is what it is, and I'm blessed for it to happen.
You definitely are. Yeah, I know it's crazy, and I know you've probably told this story a million times, but I'm going to ask you to tell it one more time because I know you wrote the song in your car. So tell me more about that.
I think I was just coming home from work, and I sort of had that light bulb moment where I was like, what could I speak about? And I decided like I wanted to speak about feeling out of place, and I thought of an astronaut in space, and I was like, well, what's the opposite of that? And then I was just like an astronaut in the ocean, and that's like basically how it started. And I was listening to the beat, and I just came up with the melody and like the stem of the song really. And then from there it was just, you know, writing the verse and attaching it all together. But that's how the chorus started, and that's how the song began.
I know that the lyrics have a lot of meaning, all of them. So do you want to talk a bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it was just about feeling out of place. Sort of saying that I was very close to where I wanted to be. I had the suit on, but I was in a completely different environment. And then I wanted to speak about why I was like taking either a long time or not getting recognized, or my struggles, which was for me personally like depression, feeling anxious, feeling like I was didn't know who I was really, like who I was meant to be. And that they were my struggles, but also I talk about like, what's your struggles as well? I ask like, what you know about rolling down in the deep? What's your story?
The lyrics are amazing. The song is a global hit. And I know that you've been in the industry actually for a bit of time, right? I listened to some of your older songs, all of them really good, all of them doing pretty well on YouTube, at least. That's what I saw. But this is something that you've been working for such a long time, and you've wanted for such a long time. So it must be super exciting, but maybe also a little bit overwhelming for you. Can you explain this feeling to me?
I feel like it's the type of feeling where you don't have any time to feel it out. Like it's just like every day is working on music. Every day is, you know, something revolved around the next release or an interview or making another song. So it's like I don't sit back and revel in what has all happened yet. There's no time for it. It's just like, okay, we got to get stuff done and keep moving. So the feeling is like, I can't believe it's happened, but it's obviously happened, and I got to keep moving with the wave.
You should, definitely. So you're working on more music now?
I'm working on, a lot of other singles. The album we're currently doing, which we hopefully are looking at releasing at the end of the year or start of next year. And obviously we want to try and tour, but that depends on COVID and how everything's going.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. It would be great if you could tour and maybe come to Europe as well so we can see you live. That would be amazing.
Yes, I'll definitely be in Europe, that's for sure.
There's also one more thing that I wanted to ask you about the lyrics, because you mentioned Kendrick Lamar in the song. Is it like some sort of an inspiration to you, an idol maybe in the music industry? What is, why did you do that?
It was more a reference to like an ode back to the THOT line and like thoughts and swimming in a pool. In that song, he was very descriptive about alcohol and drinking a lot. And that's why I used that specific artist and that specific song, because that's what it revolved around. So I wanted to like connect that part back into the way I sort of described I believe in God, not THOT. So it was just like, it was honestly based around alcohol, drinking, and like not falling under peer pressure and falling into like the girls that may try and attract you in that sort of circumstance.
Okay, sure. And also, like, who would you say in the industry, it doesn't matter if it's a rapper or somebody else, was like a big influence on you, maybe growing up or maybe even now, somebody who inspires you a lot to do your music?
Growing up, it was obviously Eminem, Kanye, G Unit. They were the three big ones for me. But right now, it's Joyner Lucas. I'm a big fan of Joyner Lucas and what he does, and he's very expressive with how he raps, which is what I try to be. So I feel like I sync along well with him.
Okay, cool. I think you're succeeding in that as well, by the way. What is the first song that you wrote? Do you remember that?
Have no idea. I honestly have no idea. I remember some songs that I did with like some friends very lightly as a joke, but I don't remember like the first proper song I did and I'm like, I'm going to put this out on YouTube. It was just like phases of me writing music, putting it on YouTube, having fun, learning like the do's and the don'ts, and then just growing from there.
Okay, because recently I've been speaking to, a lot of artists, and a lot of them tell me that actually the songs that they release are songs that they wrote like back in the day, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. And they suddenly decide to revisit them, and then boom, something amazing happens. So maybe one day you could do that too, just revisit something old. And
that'll definitely not be happening, because what I did back then was very bad. It was not good.
Come on. I'm sure it wasn't that bad. Maybe one day you'll find something amazing there.
Who knows? But I'm pretty sure what I've done, what I am doing now, and what I've done is much better than what I was doing 5 to 10 years ago.
What you're doing is definitely amazing, and I wish you all the best in the world. I hope I'll see you one day live. I'd love that, especially on tour. Congratulations on the beautiful song. Really deep and catchy. And I'm hoping to hear something new from you very, very soon.
No comment, but you will.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for your time. Have an amazing
No worries.
Thing.
No problem. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Bye.
Bye.